Hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. This week we're building the Magic Realm, and if you played the pack with, come on, I don't think this is a spoiler at this point. The pack has been out for 2 years, the Realm of Magic, I think, called pack, the one that came with the spellcasters, or as they're more commonly known, witches and wizards. Yeah, you know that there's a portal in Greenery that transfers you to the Magic Realm, where is, I think, a magic school is the best way I can explain this, I guess. And the world is so freaking beautiful. Like, oh my god, I have such a huge crush on this world. You have a little town on one side of the map, and it's such a cool little town, and then you have the aurora in the back, and the floating rocks, and the crystals everywhere. It's honestly such a beautiful map. Like, oh my god, I love it. However, the school that is there, oh my god, no. It's disgusting, it's so boring. Like, no, it looks like a public building. No, not the cool ones that are more architecturally old and historically whatever. This is the ugly ones. So I always hated this building. I mean, I haven't played multiple times the spellcaster route, just I think twice. But the building is so hideous, it's so boring, and it doesn't have much going on. So I was going around trying to decide what we're gonna build this week. And I've built so much on, how is it called? The word, oh my god, Hanford and Bagley. Like, what, the last 3 builds was in this word? I don't even recall. It's ridiculous. But I was really excited because I was making progress in the word. I'm like, hell yeah. My goal is one day eventually to have all the words like building. I think everyone is doing that, so it's not really special, But I was looking, what words have I done? What words do I have left? And I went in the Glimmerbrook word, and I realized that I've done all the buildings, which I was really proud of myself, and I'm really happy with all the buildings that there are there. Like, they all look so good, and I'm so happy. And I realized that I've never touched the Magic Realm, and for a very good reason, to be honest. This is a 50 by 40 lot, which is not something that I'm very comfortable doing because my huge lack of time. This took me 9 hours, and it's not the finished result because, again, I don't want to half-ass it. I'll say that in every single video. I don't care if I'm getting boring or whatnot. I don't want to do something because, I have to produce a video. I want to do it because I want to like the end result, and I want to, be proud of it. So I started building with the aspiration that I will have finished it this week. I don't know how I thought that, but yeah, that was a huge mistake because that took me 9 hours, and I'm not even half done. Well, I am at least half done with the exterior. But there's so much more to do on the exterior, and I haven't even touched the interior. So this is gonna be a 2-part thing. And I don't usually like to do that, but there's no other way around it. Because the video, after speeding up, was 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I had to cut it down to 24 minutes. That took a lot of hours of editing. And I'm just so crammed with work and studies these days that I really don't have the time. So yeah, 2 parts. This is the important part I want to say, because I did a lot of cool things on the exterior that I really want to talk about. First things first, the inspiration was from a Pinterest post. Yes, you guessed it. I will link it on the description. It was so cool. Like, I swear, when I saw it, I'm like, yes, I need to build that. I don't know where, I don't know why, but I want to build that. It was so pretty. So what I had going on and what I wanted to work with was the colors. We had the purple. It has crystals all around the world, the purple crystals. I'm like, yes, we need that. And I included purple as much as I could, without making it too girly or whatnot. Too purpley, if you will. And then I struggled a lot picking the rest of the colors. The original school was brown. It's like, ugh, no, yuck, why? It was just, like, this is why I'm saying it looks like a public, boring building. It wasn't it. But I didn't want to go with too much white. After a certain point, I realized that this looks too luxurious. Which, obviously, it's not the goal. So here, for example, in the roof, I used, in the front roof, where the entrance is, I rotated with a tool mod. The rags that came with, I want to say, Getting Famous. This is not the name of the pack. The pack that, came with the Fang system and the word that looks like a lay and whatnot. I don't recall. It's not Getting Famous, is it? Whatever. But you know what I mean, I rotated those rags and it adds a really cool detail in the roof. Like, it really makes it stand out. But because you have that, if you add too much, I think it will look like a mansion of some sort, and this is not what I was going with. So I had to be really careful with the colors that I picked. I decided to go with the black windows that came with the Realm of Magic, because they have like the moons and the stars and they have some purple detailing, and around the windows you have that blue detail. So I decided to incorporate as much blue as I could, and I added the blue on the roof and some other like little details, you will see it. But mainly, the roof, which I think it blends everything well together. And then we had the white. I used the columns that came with Discovery University, plus the wallpaper that came with Discovery University. And I realized that it works quite well with what I'm going with, because, again, it's like a magical school. But because you wanted to look kind of like a school, I don't know, it works, it works really well. In the front of the building, you can see I did a huge statue. I don't know what I was going with. I just knew, how universities or schools, they just have like these statues in the entrance with their owners or the founders, or I don't know, something like a big fountain or like a big statue. I wanted that. I really wanted that. But I wanted to make it look magical. So I used the tool mod to rotate, what are these? Like some decor from Realm of Magic. And then I used the purple lights that came with Luxury Party, I think it's called. So it was that. And I'm like, okay, I guess that works. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. But in my head, I didn't want to only make these for the spellcasters. Because with the paranormal stuff pack, we got the seance table and some other, the crime, it's not, it's like Paranormal Investigator, I think it's called. I still haven't played that at all. I think that blends really well with this pack. So I used a couple of things from the Paranormal Stuff pack, and it works okay. But I don't know what the exterior is. Like, for example, I used the hands, the clay hands, which I don't know what they're supposed to represent. But here we are. I don't know, I just thought it looked cool, whatever. Don't judge me. So we have the purple again here on the fences, and you will see I did the main roof, like the big roof. In the illustration that I was trying to kind of mimic and follow, it had this super cool roof. And there was no way for me to actually remake the roof here in the scenes, so I decided to just detail the roof that we're working with, and I couldn't figure out how. I tried so many things, and I think this one works so well. Like, it does have, that magical aspect. I just rotated some roof decor that came with base game, the white, I don't know how they're called, and just obviously again with the tool mod, and just works so damn well. I was so happy with it. So here to the left and to the right of the building, we have two areas. The one area that I'm working currently, it's kind of like, I don't know, like I was trying to see what other simmers did and what people liked and didn't like from their builds. I know this is what you do in marketing. You do market research and study your competitors. It's maybe not ethical. But, you know, I wanted to see, like, what was their problem with the builds. And a single person was saying, oh, I really like the fact that you have a greenhouse, because my sim is also, how was it called, like a gardener or something. And that gave me the idea of adding like a little area, not exactly a greenhouse, maybe I'll add one later. I don't know, like when I start the interior, but like, you know, an open area with windows that you can just see it, mainly a sunroom. And I really like that. I use the windows from, how is it called, like the luxury? No, it's again the famous pack. And it works really well in this area, and I don't think it's too overpowering. So you have like a little cute sitting deck with plants and stairs, you will sit. And then on the other side, we have a cute tower, which I think I'm gonna turn into bookcases and just a library of some sort. And a cute bridge. Like, oh my god, this bridge took me forever. I am so excited to show it to you. Like, I'm really proud of it. So yeah, what else? Let's see. I don't really recall everything that I did. I wanted an exit here. I felt like it was kind of too boring. So I added another tower. I'm not really happy with how this thing looks like, but I didn't want it to be flat. Because the other side is flat, and I just didn't want to make it look like, you know, both sides are just a copy of each other. I just wanted to differentiate it as much as I could. So here I'm making a staircase, which does not function. It's kind of like a magical staircase. I took the inspiration from a Pinterest post that was magically, I guess. Again, I'll link in the description. And I decided, because the staircases there were round, I'm like, what can I use? I tried so many things. Like you can see, I have pulled out so many different items. And I wanted them to be either white or blue or purple, like one of those. And then I was searching the gallery and I found the cross stitches. I'm like, yes, these work so well. So I downloaded these cross stitches. I don't recall from who they are. And I thought, oh my god, yes. But then they kept bugging me because these are brown and they're really pretty, like really pretty, and the colors are really popping. But it didn't really fit with the whole thing that we're going with. It doesn't have anything brown, this entire build. So yeah, I'll change it. And you will see how the final one looks like. I essentially went around, I took pictures with my sim and I made her cross stitch. So it was really exciting. The original illustration that I was following on Pinterest, it had a little, I don't know, was it a fountain? Was it a pool? It was just pretty, a lake, and I thought, you know, this looks really pretty, so we will copy it too. It's cute. Currently I made them asymmetrical, but I go ahead and fix them a bit later because it wasn't it. It looked very wrong. So here I am making the bridge. I wasn't sure what I wanted to go with. Originally I wanted to create two areas that were similar, like, you know, the whole building being symmetrical. If you cut it in half, it looked too boring, so I had to switch it up. So here in the bridge, I will use, this is the area that I said previously, like the library is gonna go. I use the arches from the Realm of Magic pack, and because I wanted to add, how is it called, like railing, fence, a fence, it was so cool. I had to remove the wall, so I decided to use instead, how is it called that, like the thing up there, you know, the wall covering. I don't recall how it's called. That you add in a wall, just the exterior, like the white part. Sorry, I'm just dumb. And I think that works really well because you can't see that the wall is missing, and it looks really complete. And I was really happy with that. I will be using that again. Honestly, it worked really well. I also added some greenery. I used the plants from the cottage living because they were purple and they were hanging, and I tried to use some plants in this building because you have a lot of plants around here, and I think the overgrown plants do make it look like more magical, but I didn't want to go overboard because I could easily go overboard. I just wanted some cute little plants that have some purple elements and just looked cute. So this is what I tried to do. And this thing took me forever. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this tower because I didn't want it to be exactly similar as the rest of the buildings. I wanted it to pop out somehow. And just to be a bit different, but not too different, because obviously you want it to match. And I don't know, I went with the windows, the white windows. Everywhere else we have the moon black windows. And I think that adds a little bit something. And yeah, I think I'll add something more a bit later, but I don't completely recall. So here I am working on the bridge. I wanted it to look more like a bridge and less like a slapped in floor there. So we had to work with something to make it more curvier. I used again the white parts that I used in the roof before to rotate them, and then I wanted to add some more elements to make it more magical. And you know what screams magical? Tombstones. So I used the Realm of Magic tombstones because they had that purple little crystal in the middle. And I don't know, I think that's a bit of something. And then I used the crystals, the purple crystals, and these magic beans because they were purple. And again, they were adding some dimension in the whole thing. And again, the plants, because they work really well, specifically with this build. They are purple, the color is purple, it's not brown, it's not blue, as I tried to say. I don't know, I really like it. And of course I just copied and pasted it because I was too lazy to remake it, thanks to the tool mod. I feel like this is an ad. No, it's not. It just it's such an amazing thing. I wanted to make something cool in the bridge, like, you know, for the roofing. I struggled so much, I decided to just use a portal because it has a lot of details and like crystals and whatnot, and just some typical roof details. So here I am, I took some like pictures, and made my sim cross stitch it. So I replaced those cross stitches with ones from actually like the, how's it called, the sky from Realm of Magic. It was so good. And then I had to add rocks. That took forever. I swear to you, I was stuck here for half an hour trying to figure out which is the best rock to use that could also rotate, and they had also other rocks to match. And yeah, that took a lot. And I went with the rocks from, how's it called, Cottage Living. I figured out, since I've used too much of that pack, there's no need for me to not, say, okay, I'm not gonna use that. Plus, they really matched the rocks that came with, how's it called, Realm of Magic. So they matched the color. I was able to rotate them, so that was perfect. And I had to add some more plants around because, as you can see, it has a lot of plants. This world has a lot of plants, and I wanted to make it look like it fits in. So here I am, back again in the tower. Guess who's back? Back again. I am back again, trying to make it look cool. Oh my god, I tried so many different things, and I decided that at the top I'm just gonna use the windows that came with Realm of Magic, and some how are they called, columns, and that was it. And we're back with more rocks. Again, like it took so long because I didn't want to go overboard with the rocks. I just wanted to cover it to make it look like kinda like there's a reason why it's so high. It's not because the stairs looked cool, like going up. There's a reason. So yeah, to make it more like built in and lived in, and we have plants around. Also, I used the mushrooms. That I was so excited about the mushrooms. I don't know why. They matched perfectly. Of course, they're from Realm of Magic. And we have some more blue plants, like with the blue flowers, which I felt like, yay, they work perfectly. It has the purple, it has the blue, it has the green that we have all around, and yay. I use the flowers. Oh my god, I love these flowers so much, from Island Living, to wrap around the columns that are supposed to be, I guess, support for the stairs. It felt kind of out of place because you had, how's it called, like the white columns, and they were like just sticking out. So yeah, I tried to make them more built in, if you will, with the rest, at least to make sense why they're there. And here I am trying to make everything more, again, fitting. I decided to add some plants around the staircases. Why do they have this shape? It had to have a reason. It's not because it looked cool. And this is why the picture had. So yeah, also I added, how are they called? Crystals in the rocks. While taking the screenshots, I realized that the rocks all around have crystals. I'm like, we gotta have that. The screenshot that I tried to follow for the building had something cool there. Like it had some staircase area that was enclosed and it looked really cool. So I'm like, we need to have that too. So I used the lights from, how is it called? Luxury Party. And I used the same ones that are also in the main statue and they work perfectly. I also went with the same flowers and plants that are all around this word to, again, make it match your surroundings, which was so perfect. So here I am selecting everything and just moving it because it felt kind of wrong. Again, why is that so high? It has to have a reason why that is so high. So I just moved them with the tool mode. I upped the land size. I did some landscaping and then I will remove them. I feel like since I last played The Sims, since March, something has changed to the tool mode. And it's not the tool mode, to the terraforming mode. Not mode, the terraforming tool. And I can't figure it out, but I'm not really happy with it. Like, I know we got the point, but it's not as smooth as it used to be. I don't know, it annoys me. And then here we have a tower. I had all this space to the left and right of the building, and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to make, a second tower. Now you might ask, what is this tower? What is going to be used for? I don't know. I just wanted to add something there, and this is what I did. And oh my god, it took me forever because, again, I didn't want it to match completely the main building. I just wanted to have something different there, something to pop out a bit more, to just be a bit different, as I did with the tower from, where the library is going to be. So yeah, oh my god, it was just such a struggle. I swear I wasn't happy with anything. It took me forever. I should not have added it. And after that, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing anything else this week. I need to also edit. So yeah, after this tower, we're done. As you can also tell from the video length. And of course, we added some more rocks here because it does have to match the main building, And it has to have a reason why it's so high. It's not because you couldn't see it from the gallery thumbnail because the tree was hiding it. It had to have a reason. So yeah, I add that. I also used the stairs from the Star Wars pack, Journey to Batuu. I feel like they matched the rocks so well. I know not everyone has this pack. I don't like this pack. The stairs, though, matched so well. So yeah, this is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that you will come back in part 2. The build, of course, it's not still shared in the gallery, but I hope next week. Anyways, take care. Bye.